Jake here. Today I'm going to show you a real condensed version of my experience at Maker Central. Next stop, Maker Central in Birmingham, England. As soon as we arrive, we're greeted by people from all over the world. There's Ireland, Germany, Scotland, and Wales. Fix your hair. Introduce yourself, young lady.
I'm Sophie from Naked Soap, and I love Jake.
That's all we need to say.
That's what we need to say.
Now, Maker Central is put on by Nick Zammeti. He has an awesome YouTube channel, and he's a pretty happy guy. Just ask him. What do you think, Nick?
Happy days.
He puts on a high-quality show, and he has nothing but the best helpful staff. Hey, can I get directions?
Klar, wir gehen hier vorne geradeaus, dann gehen wir rechts, immer weiter, Starbucks, dann gehst du über links, immer weiter bis zum Kreisverkehr und dann müsstest du es eigentlich schon sehen, okay?
Cheers.
Cool, you're welcome.
I ended up getting lost after that, but she had a great attitude. Now, it's funny how people from America go overseas to meet each other, but that doesn't mean we don't talk funny either. Hey, you're the only person here I can understand.
Why is that?
Where are you from?
Texas.
What?
What?
You're not from Texas, and I can understand you.
Hello, love.
This is a really exciting time for all of us because we've been talking online with one another for a couple of years now. We're so excited to meet each other. Just before I started my trip, Easy Wood Tools asked me if I would fill in a couple spots on their booth and do some turning, so I made a blank before I left, and I was happy to do it because I do use their tools and I like them a lot. It was a privilege to be in a group with these other turners. Thank you, Easy Wood, and go check all these guys out. The Wolverine project was at the Easy Wood Tools booth on display, and I needed to find Al and rub his nose in it a little bit. I didn't give it to him now, I gave it to him about a week later. What do you think, Al?
This is awesome. Cheers, Jake. Yeah.
In the meantime, Jamie Page and his maker leg are over here drawing a crowd, turning that blank. He did a really good job on it, and it turned out pretty cool. Of course, we're going to show you the blanks at the end because we had to finish them at his house. I also had the opportunity to be on a Resin Art question and answer panel. This footage right here was taken by Thomas from Casual DIY. You'll meet him in a second. Thank you, Thomas, for letting me use this footage. It was so cool to be on the panel with these guys. You got Jim Overton, Zach Higgins, and Pam Harris, and then me. At the very least, I made a couple new friends. Everybody was so cool, and I hope that whatever I had to add, the knowledge that I've gained in this little bit of time was helpful.
I agree.
Here Thomas is interviewing Zach while Zach's wife Gretchen is working hard. Look at her go. The full interview will be on Thomas's channel, and I'll put a link below to that. Enjoy.
I think because you're writing it down, you know, you kind of trying to prove it.
And that bloke over there in the red t-shirt is Jake. He's an epoxy guru. Few words to the epoxy community and the woodworking community, Jake.
Hey, just do it. Just get involved.
What are you working on there? Look, it looks phenomenal. Oh my
Lord. It's going to be a shallow cup.
Wow.
Like a dish, maybe.
It looks absolutely gorgeous. Look, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
How do you find in UK?
I don't like driving here, but everything else was fine.
People, all
I
right.
get to meet my favorite YouTubers like Thomas.
You heard that, right? Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Jake, thank you very much, mate. Cheers, buddy.
I have to talk about Andy Berkey for a second. He's a wealth of knowledge. He's a national treasure. Here he is giving a safety class on table saw kickback. I'm glad I got to hang out with him this week, and it was a privilege.
This one is brought to you by Jamie's Page.
Towards the end of the show, people were actually calling me by my name. Man, it was pretty cool.
You're Jake? Jake who?
And of course, the weekend wouldn't be complete without watching the Fools with Tools beat hot stuff up with a hammer. After the show, the Makers International podcast guys were doing their wrap-up podcast, and just like that, Maker Central was over.
Jake, your hat's crooked.
Thank you.
Rain and trust and letting go. It takes a bit of suffering, sleepless nights and wandering before you make